Well, hello there. I was given a right switch controller. Now you may already notice that I've taken it apart, and I decided to make a video on this because this is something I've not really attempted before. Tell me, can you see a problem? Can you spot it yet? Don't worry, I'll zoom in. We have a problem. Now, one thing that is very common with these switch controllers, the top L or R button tends to break. Now, the beauty of the button on the left controller is that it has a separate daughter board with a ribbon cable, so it's easily replaceable. However, the right Joy-Con is not, and when this happens, it usually means the button has been mashed beyond repair. The button itself, I do have it. It is well, not very good. It has seen better days. Now, the button itself is obviously broken, but if you look carefully, I'll try and tweeze this over for you. If you look carefully, these three pads here actually belong on here, just here. So the pads have been torn off. Okay, so we have to do some trace repair. Now, I haven't done an awful lot of trace repair. I already know that this controller is essentially, for lack of a better word, now scrap. But I am going to try and save this controller. But what I've got to do, essentially, is scrape away these traces. There, and there. And put a trace wire along each of them. Now, this is going to be incredibly delicate work. Other technicians have tried this and have succeeded, but this is new territory for me, so you might as well get the kettle on for this one. This is not going to be an easy fix at all. What I do actually have is two brand new buttons, but as you can tell, they are incredibly small. That's the tip of my finger next to them there. So these are very 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 delicate, so this is going to be an extremely delicate job. Okay, so I've got the mat out and I'm all ready to start cleaning these areas up. Now, this is touch and go for me because I've never really done this before, so this is going to be a trial and error kind of thing. I do have some jumper wire. It is extremely small, just for comparison. There's my grotty fingernail. It actually might be a little bit too big, but we're going to try and jump these pads with some jumper wire and see how we get on. So we're going to start by just wicking away some of this solder, see if we can get some clean pads. Just adding a little bit of flux. Just came out in a little bit of a blob. Might be a bit too much flux there, but should be alright. And we're just going to try wicking some of this away. Yeah. What we've got to do now is try and scrape away some of these traces. still not there. May have a split trace there. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to try and route the wire around that trace or over that trace at 2 points. One. Not sure whether that's on or not. It looks like it might be on. 2. Bloody hell. This is delicate work. This is so delicate. I had no idea. No! Piss! Oh my god. I think they're on. Now I have to be so very careful because one of them is not quite on. There. So I wonder if are these going to come off if I gently clean. Oh my god, that is so delicate. So delicate. As you can see, one of them is just hanging on by a thread. I've got to put some conformal coating on and then cure it. So we don't want to cover the pads, so we're going to just apply a little bit there. Even that is a little bit too much. So actually, that might work. Okay, so that's going to cure for about a minute. Okay, so I think that has set enough for us to be able to move some stuff around. I'm fairly happy with that. It's not 100% set, but it doesn't need to be, I don't think, anyway. So we need to position these wires so they don't cross. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to position one of the buttons, one of the new buttons, onto the board and just see how everything lines up. I think I'm reasonably happy with that. So I'm going to get rid of this excess solder here because I need to make sure that it's got a flat surface to go to so I can solder to it. Okay, now we need to cut these wires to length. This is going to be interesting. That's one. That's two. That's three. Okay, so I'm going to run my iron over them and tin them up. Is that broken? No! That's broken. Oh no, that's chronic. I don't think there's anything left of it either. No. That's all she wrote, folks. That is done. That is such a shame. Yeah, we might have enough of the traces left to try again. Damn! Damn! If at first you don't succeed, do it again. I wish I could convey to you right now just how small this wire is. It's 0.10 millimeters thick, and it is so blooming tiny you wouldn't believe. It's minuscule. That actually seems a bit better. I'm going to try a thinner amount. Hopefully that will cure a little bit better than before. I'm going to mess with that. I'll start again. Don't want it going too high, so the anchor points only. Oh, you stay with. Oh, hell, it's spreading. This is all practice, I'm telling myself. It's all practice. Danger Man, it's all practice. You bastard, you come off, ain't you? You utter jerk. Okay, so I've switched to the microscope simply because I am not really getting the kind of vision that I need. So far, it's not been terribly successful. I have a bit of a problem. The problem being the trace here. I think that's gone. I think that's gouged out and that's taken it with it. There's nothing left there to solder to. See, we've got a little bit of solder there and a little bit of solder there. I have to get a wire between those 2 points. I wouldn't say I'm massively confident about this, but let's give it a go regardless, shall we? I think the most frustrating thing about this is I've had it twice where it's stuck. Right. You are there. You are on. Yeah. Oh, you are. Whoa, did that accidentally stick? Oh my god, it got it. Do not want it on the pads itself. We don't want it on there. Right, that is curing time now. There you go. There. You need to go there. You, well, you can sort of stay there. But I got to melt the coating off these, and last time I did that, it came off. It needs to be tinned. Now we're going to cut off the excess, I think. Very carefully cut off the excess. There. Ah! Don't you dare. God. Right, you come off. And you've come off. Oh god, this is so delicate. And you come off. I think that's enough, don't you? And rid of the excess. Just double check these are going in the right direction. Oh, I can see this going wrong. Right, we need to just make sure these, because these have moved slightly, haven't they? Let's position the button. Okay, button is in place. Now I have to be very, very careful. I think that's now anchored on. So look. That is very poorly anchored on, but it is there. So it is a weak connection. It's come away completely. Okay, I have managed to somehow get that anchored. Is it anchored correctly and fully? Probably not. This is where we touch up the back. I've got to get it right. Button actually seems to be really well positioned. You know, that does seem to me to be pretty strong. I mean, I think that's anchored. I think that's it. I mean, the only other thing I can do really is just keep plying solder on but to the anchor joints. But that looks, it doesn't look pretty. I'm not saying that it looks pretty, but it does look pretty good. Just give it a little bit of a clean with IPA. The microscope is very sensitive today. Not the prettiest job you'll ever see, but I think that might just be a ticket. So I'm just going to give it a little clean up again with some IPA. I'll give the board a little clean up, and then we'll see. We'll get it back together and we'll see. We'll see what happens, because I think that seems pretty strong. Hoping it works. If it doesn't, then well, at least we tried. Well, that was that was 3 hours, 3 pretty arduous hours, and that has got to be the hardest repair job I've ever done, hands down. That was so fiddly. This wire is so thin, it's unbelievable, but I've got it back together. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so I've got my switch here. Does it still work? At least does it pair up? It does. That's pairing up. Let me just move some of this stuff out of the way. Let's see if it SL and SR. Hey, they work. Right, okay, let's do the full button test. This is the one we're after. I'm not going to do... I'm going to go into the settings here. Just bear with me. Controllers and sensors. Test input devices. Test controller buttons. Do we think it's going to work? Come on. Fingers crossed. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Yes! Yes! Look at it! It's... Yes! That is what I'm talking about! I can't believe it. That is working. All the other buttons. Yep, I put a new analog stick in it as well, so I'll have to swap that out. But this is for the gaming lounge. Oh, I can't believe it. That works. That yes. Oh, I'm so over the moon. That is fantastic. I can't believe that worked. That was such hard work. Oh, what a feeling. That was such hard work. Oh, wow. That is phenomenal. Oh, the owner of this is going to be so pleased, I think. Oh, wow. I can't believe I'm able to give it back to him fully fixed. He thought it was a write-off. I thought it was a write-off. I honestly thought this was a write-off. Oh, that is incredible. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please hit that subscribe button. It would really help the channel to grow, and I can try and attempt more repairs of this nature. That was soul destroy. That was crushingly difficult. But it worked, and it works. I still can't believe it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. I'm going to go for a stiff drink. Bye bye for now.